Welcome to Instrument Passport, a secure digital registry for your musical instrument. With Instrument Passport, you can store detailed information about each instrument, the type, maker, serial number, and high-resolution photos that capture its craftsmanship and texture for an easy identification. You can step through these images one at a time. If your instrument is ever lost or needs verification, these photos and records make identification fast and reliable. In addition to photos, you can store important documents, appraisals, certificates, and historical records. For example, here's a record from the National Music Museum for a remarkable 1664 Andrea Guarneri viola. Instrument Passport can also include expert reports describing provenance, wood types, and construction details. On the Materials tab, you'll find scientific information about the woods used, such as genus and species, along with dimensions and other identifying data. You can also see who last authenticated the instrument and who currently owns it. For musicians, this isn't just about travel compliance. It's about preserving and protecting the story of your instrument. Every repair, sale, or appraisal can be logged as an activity, complete with photos and documentation. Your luthier can record maintenance details that stay permanently linked to the instrument. Each instrument is assigned a shortcode, an NFT tag, placed discreetly inside, underneath the fingerboard in this case. To view it, simply unlock your phone, hold it near the instrument's fingerboard, and tap the prompt that appears. The instrument's digital passport instantly opens in your browser. No app required, whether you're using iPhone or an Android. Instrument Passport makes it simple to maintain complete records of your instrument's history and materials. Keep repair and provenance data organized and provide instant verification of ownership and identity. With Instrument Passport, you can focus on your music, confident that your bows, violins, violas, or cellos is securely documented and traceable wherever it travels. Welcome to Instrument Passport from the shop owner's perspective. Here, Kathy's logged in as a shop owner. Let's take a look at her dashboard. She sees a list of instruments, a rental violin, a viola, a spruce billet in inventory. Let's open the rental violin. In the details section, we see basic information, the maker, year, country. We also have photos and documentation. Going to the rental information, we see everything a shop needs to track. Rental start date, contract value, monthly payment, total payment so far, and the renter's contact information. It even shows where the instrument is, in the shop or out on rental using a simple tag. Under activities, we can see when this instrument was rented and by whom. Many shops attach a photo of the student and include a copy of the signed contract. Now the entire rental history, student, contract, and photos lives together with the instrument record. Let's look at Kathy's viola. It's marked as in shop, not a rental. The rental fields are not populated. At the top search filter, Instrument Passport makes it easy to find what you need, showing only rentals, only in-shop items, or filtered by instrument type. Clicking the X clears the search filter. Next, let's look at employee collaboration. In Kathy's profile, she manages her group, Kathy's Violins. She can invite or remove members, like employees or a repair luthier. Invited members appear with an icon until they accept. Once accepted, they can message and share updates directly through the chat. All messages are encrypted and archived. Members get an email notification when new messages arrive, making sure no one misses a message. Finally, let's look at inventory. Here's a piece of red spruce in Kathy's records. The photos include GPS tagged images from when the tree was cut. These coordinates are stored permanently in the material's provenance record. Because the supplier created the record, Kathy can't edit the data. It's locked to protect and verify supply chain. The supply chain history shows where the spruce was split and scanned, matching the same billet used by Lisa the luthier in the musician perspective video. Each step adds a permanent record, ensuring traceability from forced to finished instrument. For a shop owner, Instrument Passport brings everything together: rentals, inventory, and collaboration, all securely managed in one trusted system. Welcome to Instrument Passport from the supplier's perspective. Here, Tony is logged in as a supplier. Let's take a look at what he sees, starting with his profile. In his profile, Tony can adjust his role and manage members of his supplier group, just like the shop owner can. But the most important part for suppliers is their certificates. Tony has 3 certificates listed. Let's open one. This one's from the U.S. Forest Service covering a Michigan cutting permit. Here's the attached document, an example of a permit or import-export license. Each certificate includes an issue date and an expiration date and becomes a permanent record in Tony's profile. Even after expiration, it remains visible for verification in any supply chain where it has been used. Suppliers can add valid certificates from agencies like EU Forestry, Canadian Forestry, and other verified sources. Each certificate ties the supplier's materials to official documentation, ensuring compliance and transparency. Now let's look at Tony's inventory. He has a large maple log and 2 splits cut from that log. Opening the main log record, we see its price, category, description, and images, including the photos taken when the tree was cut. Those images carry GPS coordinates showing the exact harvest location. The coordinates can be selected directly and automatically fill the material record, in this case Bingham Township, Michigan. Tony then links the record to one of his verified supplier certificates and adds a brief note. Since he created his record, he can edit it, but once saved, no one else can alter it. Instrument Passport also includes a peer review system. Users can rate suppliers based on reliability and accuracy, helping build a transparent community reputation where no single global authority exists. These peer ratings appear as stars next to the supplier's name. Now Tony wants to split that maple log. Using the split bundle function, he can divide the primary log into multiple pieces, each carrying a proportional weight and its own GPS data, and a direct link back to the parent log. Each split automatically inherits the original record's details, materials, certificates, and provenance, while adding its own GPS coordinates for where it was milled or stored. From there, a luthier can later tag one of these billets to an instrument build, continuing the trace from tree to violin. For suppliers, Instrument Passport offers a complete toolkit, recording harvest data, attaching official certificates, splitting materials into traceable bundles, and maintaining verifiable GPS and peer review data. Together, these steps create a transparent and trusted supply chain from the forest to the fingerboard. Let's take a look at how NFC tagging works in Instrument Passport and how you can use it on your bows and instruments. How the tag works. Every tag in your sample pack, big, small, or tiny, does the same thing. When you hold your phone up near it, the phone wakes the tag up and instantly opens the instrument or bow's digital passport. There's no app required. It works on iPhone and Android. Your phone provides the power, the tag responds, and the passport opens. That's all you need to know. Tagging violins, violas, and cellos, after testing lots of placements, here's what works best. The best spot is right underneath the fingerboard. It's easy to reach, safe for varnish, works every time on phones, and visible from the front. Adds virtually no weight, less than 1/10 of a gram. Just peel back the protective backing from the tag. Slide it up underneath the fingerboard, press it in, and you're done. Every luthier and musician knows where to find it, and you only need to get your phone close, not scrape it over the varnish. This works beautiful on violins, violas, cellos, and even fractional instruments. Tagging bows. Bows are trickier because they're smaller and they have metal parts, but we found several reliable options depending on the bow and the work being done. Under the hair at the tip is the best overall. It's the easiest, safest, and most reliable method. Take off the frog and put the chip right there underneath the hair. Put the frog back on. Nothing is glued to the bow. The next time the bow is rehaired, the chip can simply be lifted off and set back in place. The next best place is underneath the wrap for bows, especially for bows getting a new wrap. Put the tag down with a little bit of protective tape. Wrap it as usual. It reads instantly and is completely hidden. The other place for student rental bows is right in front of the wrapping on the inside of the stick. And I often put a little bit of retouch there so it's not visible. So it's easy to get to, very non-intrusive. It's fast, inexpensive, and durable. Frog and tip mortises, possible but less reliable. Can fit into the mortise, but there's limited space, very tiny. And there's metal hardware all the way around it, which interferes with the chip. And the orientation of the chip is wrong to the phone's magnetic field. Some read well, some fail. So I recommend the first three methods. Under the hair on the tip, underneath the wrap, thumb wrap, and on the stick after the wrapping and underneath the hair. You just tap your phone next to it and it instantly pulls up the passport. You'll always have photos, provenance, and repair history with you. Perfect for travel, insurance, and proving ownership. Fast to show to shops, luthiers, or border agents. It's like carrying your instrument's entire history in your pocket. What this means for luthiers, tagging helps you. Track every bow and instrument coming through your shop. Record repairs, rehairs, setups, and material usage. Instantly see whether you've worked on something before. Provide high-value documentation for your clients, keeping CDs and LACIAC compliant with the materials. And customers love seeing their instruments appear on their phone. It's magic to them, and it's good business for you. NFC tags are tiny, inexpensive, and incredibly powerful. Placed in the right spot under the fingerboard or under the hair, under the wrap, they are reliable, invisible, and open a whole world of documentation. It's simple. Tap, open, and you instantly know everything about the instrument or bow.
This is the Instrument Passport login screen. When a user logs in with the musician role, which is assigned at registration, they are directed to the musician dashboard, showing the last instrument they accessed. From the Instrument Details view, the user can open the action menu and select Tag Instrument. This activates the NFC writing process and prompts the user to hold an NFC tag near the phone. Once the tag is detected, the default NFC system dialog disappears and the app confirms that the tag has been written successfully. The tag is now permanently associated with that instrument. After writing the tag, it can be scanned using any NFC-enabled phone. If the Instrument Passport app is not open, the tag will launch the phone's default browser and display the publicly available data for that instrument. If the user is inside the Instrument Passport app, they can also select Scan Instrument from the instrument list. This starts the NFC scan process, and once the tag is read, the app will display a confirmation and load the instrument details, customized based on the current user's role and permissions.
Hello, I'm working on Instrument Passport. One of the things I find handy is how I can use it in my shop. I have a violin here. It looks like one I've worked on before. It's actually one that I made. And I want to go ahead. I'm working on Instrument Passport. I've got it loaded with my login, Will Howry, on my laptop. And I also have the app. This is on Android. It works the same on Android or iPhone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scan this instrument. The little NFC tag is right underneath the fingerboard. And when I scan it, then the scan information is going to pop up on my laptop. There's a lot of data involved, and I can go and edit it on my laptop a lot easier than I can on a little phone. So what I'm going to do is I'm in my instrument pages, and I'm going to click the scan instrument right here. I hit scan instrument. Now I'm just going to put it next to where the tag's at. Oop, I can feel it. It says that it found it there on the phone. And here on my laptop, it also has it. It says it's number 25 violin made by me. And if I want to display it, I can hit yes. And there it is. There's my instrument. And this is the instrument that I scanned. Now, when I'm working with customers, it's really great because they bring an instrument in. I think I remember it, but it may be 6 months or a year earlier. So I scan it, and if I've worked on it, even if I don't have access to it, it'll come up with the public-only scan data, and I can look at it on my laptop. And it's handy for my rental instruments. Little kids come in, they're all excited. I can just scan the instrument, and I have all the information to input the shop rental information about the instrument, as well as any activities and work that I've done on the instrument. It's a great way to get access to what you've done before quickly through Instrument Passport on your Android or your iPhone.